Good afternoon. Today I'm here with Pauline Cutter, who's the mayor of San Leandro, California. She is one of our leadership mayors at the U.S. Conference of Mayors, and I'm so glad to have you here. Thank you for doing our little conversation. Mayor Cutter, tell me exactly what's going on in San Leandro that you're excited about.
Well, San Leandro, we're doing a lot of exciting things with resiliency. We want to say disaster preparedness, but we don't want to be prepared for the disaster because we want to be resilient enough to not need it. So we are doing a lot with that. We're trying to get our community really involved with from a grassroots area, so everybody knows what they're doing, and we've got a volunteer system going on. So we kind of map our neighborhoods, and we know what we need, in each neighborhood, and we kind of know where we're going, because a lot of it, with any city, you have to worry about the most vulnerable and so forth. So if we've got those parts covered, then we know that we can, give our help where it's needed most.
Right. How are you communicating the kind of changes you're making in terms of resilience and preparedness?
We got a couple of grants that we were doing some volunteerism. We started with adopting our drain to at least get people used to that whole thing of helping the government, and trusting the government with your email address and that we wouldn't blast you out. And then really more people have been involved. We've got some programs that to help the structure of your house. I forget blocking your house, so it doesn't fall over in an earthquake. And also we're doing some things in terms of, weatherproofing and so forth. We've put a lot of, every street now has new solar lamps, not solar, but LED lights.
LED lighting.
And then we've put some contacts on top, so we're trying to do more with our Wi-Fi in areas. Right now we have them in parks and downtown, but we're trying to experiment with going to different areas. We have a super fast fiber loop in San Leandro, and we've made sure that all of our schools are connected. So we want to figure out how then we can kind of branch that out to then neighborhoods being connected and so forth.
So you're really about connecting the city and city services to the citizens.
Yeah, trying to get the cities, because I think when you give everybody information, you all basically come to the same conclusions. And so if we're making the decisions, we want our citizens to buy into those decisions. And so if they're help making them, what better way is that than doing?
Well, tell me, what do you think is the sort of community identity for San Leandro? When people drive into San Leandro or fly into nearby cities, what do they think? What's the attractive part of your city?
Well, I think if you're coming by BART, you see our Truth is Beauty statue. It's a 55-foot tall statue of a woman, and she's nude. And that was like a big thing in San Leandro at first, but she lights up, and it's very, very tasteful. It's one of the trilogy that was done at Burning Man. And so it's kind of this embarking, but her goal is, what is it like to, if women were safe? And so it talks all about safety and inclusiveness and so forth. And so really that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to be innovative. We're trying to make a welcome city, so not only our residents feel welcome, but if you've got an idea and you want to be an entrepreneur, you've got a place in San Leandro that you can experiment with it.
Are you doing a lot of work with entrepreneurial groups and millennials to sort of get them engaged and interested in what's going on in the city?
We're doing that, and I have 3 kids who are millennials, and they do their best to tell me what we're missing, and so that's kind of my goal in life. But we've actually got 21st Amendment and Drake's Beer that came, and so we don't roll up our sidewalks at 5 o'clock anymore. So now we have something to do. But doing that, we have a lot of young families coming to town, and so we have to make sure that we're something for everybody. So our schools are good, and we have entertainment, but we've also got good libraries and things like that, so to make sure that everybody's covered and that we care about everybody. And then our senior population also.
Right. Covering the waterfront. So let me ask you this. This is our waypoint at Civic, our digital touchscreen interactive waypoint. You can find all kinds of things about a city this way, things to do in the city. This, of course, is the city of Boston, since that's where we are today. How to get around the city via transit or biking or any kind of transportation. This is city services, so you can customize the city services that San Leandro would need and want to communicate to people, and then figure out how to get there. Certainly you can find a way to get a restaurant or a good bar in town. What do you think of this as sort of a street level, right here, right now kind of communications tool?
I think 2 things. One is it's amazing because there's never a touchscreen that goes empty. Everybody, when they see it, they want to participate and they're drawn to it. And then just traveling a lot myself and not being the tech genius that I thought I was,
Right.
seeing this to me is really important because
And a whole map of the city.
right,
Yeah.
and if it incorporates all of the ways to get around, because when you're trying to do it on your smartphone, at least when I'm trying to do it on my smartphone, I only have one avenue to go. This tells you how to get there either by
Right, by any kind of transportation. If that's where you want to go, you can walk, you could bike, you could take a car, take public transit.
Yeah, I think that's really valuable.
Great.
I like that.
Good.
Yeah, and so to have those in a few key places in your city would be very important.
Yes, it would. Well,
Yeah.
we should talk to you about this.
There you go. All right, by BART. I'm thinking that when people get off BART and they, most times they have some place to go, but if they don't have a place and they want to find a place for lunch or maybe, how to get there and they're looking for a special place to shop, this would be what they want to do.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you like it, and thank you so much for being with us today.
Pleasure. Thank you for
Thank
having
you
me.
very much.